Welcome to Blowing Solutions Wide Open, where we're talking about all things spiritual, as well as creating new systems in the area of finance, government, healthcare, education, and new environmental practices. My name is Addie Halkin. If you think that you have ideas or things to share in any of the areas I just mentioned, please feel free to email blowingsolutionswideopen@gmail.com, or you could put the word guest in the comment section of this video, and I'd be happy to get back to you and potentially have you come on here and share with people what you know. If you have other ideas around helping humanity or helping the planet in areas that I did not just cover, that's great too. I'd love to hear about it. And if you're not somebody who cares to be on a podcast, but you have an interest in getting alternative information out to more people, please leave that in the comments or in an email. Also, please like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to see more content or you have an interest in getting alternative information out to people. Today, I want to talk about a post that I recently saw on TikTok. It was from a girl who I think had a really good idea around how, those of us who are, we don't feel like we have a lot of resource, and we kind of feel helpless. We're watching people in North Carolina suffer a lot, but we don't really know what to do about it. She had a really good idea, and I will share that with you in a minute. But before I start, I want to address something that I'm seeing a lot of. And it has to do with, so there are thousands of videos from people on the ground who have lost everything, or, those people who have gone out to North Carolina and used their resources and, use their own time to assist. There's a lot of videos out there about this. And the stories these people are telling are just terrible. I mean, it's nothing like what the news is reporting it to be. But I am seeing a whole subculture of people attack these videos right now. I'm seeing a whole subculture of people say, oh, you don't know if these things are fake, or you don't know if they're real. I'm also seeing when I punch into Google it and I ask about this, it'll bring up something to the effect of these videos are all coming from Russia and they're AI. Um, it's so funny how certain people criticize kind of the conspirators, yet they come up with these kind of conspiracies when it's convenient for them. To me, that's a desperate thing to say. It's like, the powers that be pulled together and said, well, we better not blame the American people for, doing AI because that'll just make them too mad. So let's just call it Russia. I'm sorry, just ridiculous. However, here's what I want to say. I don't know how we got to the point that we are all so much not believing in each other. I don't understand how we've got to the point where we're not listening to each other. But to me, that's got to stop. Like I stand firm on this. I, when I first found TikTok, I thought it was an app for kids. I didn't take it seriously either. And then I ended up getting on there, and it was just because I was like following some homework directions from an online course that I was taking, that one of the assignments was to open a TikTok account. So I get on there, and it just blew my mind. I was watching, like, you know, real people in real time. And the information on that app, although it has really gone downhill since the government has gotten involved with it now, but still the information on that app is far more accurate than anything you're going to see on the news. Is there a lot of crazy people? Absolutely. Is there a lot of misinformation? Yes. I'm not stupid. I don't not see that. However, as an intuit, I can tell you these videos, most of them are not fake. These people are telling us what's happening, and it's horrific. It's far worse than just, oh, the Red Cross and FEMA is not helping. That's the least of these people's problems. It's way worse than that. And honestly, guys, people are dying daily. Um, People are without homes. And I have mentioned a couple of these things in prior videos. Um, there are stories around people who have had CPS approach them and basically say, if you cannot prove that you have a stable roof for your children, we are taking them. There are people who are sharing with us that they have had their land taken, and I can only assume government officials, and these government officials have basically said you don't have a choice, and they cut them a $2,500 check for their land per person. Awful. There are stories about how people are getting very, very sick due to the kind of water contamination out there. I think there's some kind of treatment plant that was right by where the hurricane hit, or maybe right in the hurricane. I'm not sure. But from that treatment plant, it sounds like a lot of water is running down that is very unhealthy to people. People are having a real hard time breathing. It's a mess out there. And so, there's a lot of stories about how people have had kind of confrontations with, FEMA basically blocking their efforts to help each other. Um, there are stories about people who have been told, if you go up in those mountains and you try to help people, we're gonna arrest you. It's 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 a mess. Now, one of the things I've come across is there are a few people out there who are basically, again, calling all these videos false because they've had good experiences with FEMA or the Red Cross or whatever. What I have to say about that is I'm really glad. I'm really glad for the people that have had good experiences. That's the way it should be. So I take, I don't not believe you. I do believe you. However, guys, just because you had a good experience does not mean everybody's had a good experience with them. One of the reasons why I think some people have had a good experience is that in any given agency or corporation, just because it's run by corrupt people doesn't mean that everybody working within those corporations, agencies, whatever, are corrupt. There's probably a lot of well-meaning people on the ground, well-meaning FEMA people, well-meaning Red Cross people. I'm not here to talk against those people. So, yeah, there are going to be some people who have good experiences, but I'm not also going to doubt those people who are reporting something different. And I think it's really kind of disgusting that people are attacking other people for putting out videos and then just making up things about how everything is AI. Um, Guys, the government and these big agencies, they don't have a very good track record for doing the right thing. Open your eyes. And so the reason I'm bringing all of this up is because there is a girl who put out a post on TikTok, as I stated in the beginning of this, and she basically said one of the things that we can do is we can send all of our grocery bags that we have in our house. So, let's talking grocery, Target, Walmart, Home Depot, wherever you shop, whatever bags that you have in your house, she said, send them out because there are people out there who know how to make waterproof mats out of these bags. And a lot of these people are living out of tents right now, and it's getting really cold. And so anything we can do to help them, we should definitely try to do that. And so I know I'm going to be sending all mine out. I happen to live in a state where we're charged 10 cents a bag. They're no longer free. So I realize in my state and maybe some others, it's not as easy because not all of us get free bags anymore. But for me, I just figure, well, if I have to just, live with cloth bags from here on out, that's fine. I don't care. And so I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be shipping off my bags to North Carolina. I'm going to leave the address of where you can ship your grocery bags to. Um, Look, it's fall, it's cold, and it's just getting colder, and these people need our help. And I feel like this is a really inexpensive, easy way to do this. I will also leave the information of the gal that put up this post on TikTok. So if you have TikTok, you can go on there and watch her post. She even mentions like being willing to pay for the shipping if she has to. I didn't want to ask her to do that. I mean, I think that would be way too expensive if everybody kept asking her to do that. But if you're somebody who has a ton of bags and you don't have the money to ship, that's okay. She might be more than willing to help. And so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about is something easy that we can do. I know I personally feel pretty helpless watching what they're going through. And so this one kind of appealed to me because I thought, well, I can certainly, afford a little bit of shipping and to let go of all my bags. So I think she said it takes about 500 to 700 bags to make a mattress. Um, And so, anything we can do, I think is good. Even donating money out there is questionable. I would never donate to the Red Cross, although they've mostly pulled out of there now. But I would never donate to these big agencies because I don't trust them, to be honest with you. I don't. I tend to believe the people over the news. So that's what I wanted to say is that, most of us feel like we can't help too much, but this is a little something that we can do. So anyway, guys, if you can't do any of that, that's okay. I just ask you to just send your good wishes out there. See this situation in the light, see it, kind of envision it as people getting better and getting the help they need. And hopefully that's the majority of what happens from here on forward, because it is not what's been happening up until this point. Fight me with if you want to, but I really, again, I stand with the people. I believe the people. I believe a lot of these posts. And so, yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys on another video. Take care.